from KSAT 12. Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is September 13th.
We have more on Tropical Storm Nicholas coming up with Sarah Spivey. We'll also talk about why I have this mug up here on the set this morning. A bet is a bet. It tastes weird, whatever I'm drinking out of here. But anyway, more on that coming up. We want to talk about an interesting new survey that is out that talks about states that have the best and worst overall vaccination rates. And we're not just talking about COVID. We're talking about all shots.
Across the board. So Wallet Hub examined the 50 states and the District of Columbia across 17 metrics. And the data, they say, set ranges from share of vaccinated children to share of people without health insurance to the presence of reported measles outbreaks.
Okay, so here's the nitty gritty. The top 5 states when it comes to overall vaccinations are Massachusetts and Vermont, number 1, number 2.
Then we have Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and then North Dakota coming in at number 5.
All right, so those are the most vaccinated states. Out of the least vaccinated, and they list 51 because they include D.C. on the list too. The least vaccinated states coming at number 47 is Nevada.
48, we have Arizona.
49th is Texas, so the third least vaccinated state in the union.
And then 50, we have Georgia, and then last 51, Mississippi.
The least vaccinated state in the whole country.
And then just because of all the stories we've been doing, interesting to note that New York is coming in at number 29.
29, so kind of bringing up the rear as well there. But I'm a little surprised that Texas came in third to last on this ranking.
I did too. But then again, like you were saying earlier, it includes everything. This is not just COVID vaccinations.
Measles and all those other ones that we get before we go into grade school and any other boosters that we have throughout the years. All right, so everybody else is talking about Nicholas Day. We're going to have more on that coming up.
For now, let's look at today's Night at 9.
Tropical Storm Nicholas has its sights set on South Texas this morning. The storm expected to bring heavy rains to the Texas coast early this week and east into Louisiana later this week.
Health officials have a new timeline of when children under 12 could get the COVID-19 vaccine. Pfizer says they are hoping to have a vaccine available by Halloween. In the meantime, the FDA has made it clear that parents need to wait on the formal authorization. This, as the CDC says, 1 in 4 positive cases are in pediatric patients.
President Biden is mandating businesses with more than 100 employees to either require vaccinations or enforce weekly testing. This, as the Delta variant is showing no signs of slowing. ICU beds remain in short supply in at least 7 states.
President Biden is in California this morning making a last-minute push for Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom. Polls indicate the attempt by Republicans to recall Newsom is likely to come up short in tomorrow's election.
A key hearing this morning in the sexual assault lawsuit filed against Prince Andrew. Virginia Giuffre claims she was sex trafficked by the late convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, then assaulted by the prince. Today's hearing will focus on the difficult time Giuffre's attorneys had serving court documents to the prince.
After passing with bipartisan support in the Senate, President Biden's $1.1 trillion infrastructure bill is in jeopardy. Progressive Democrats say they will not advance the bill unless the Senate approves the accompanying $3.5 trillion budget resolution.
General Motors blaming LG for the massive recall on Bolt electric vehicles. GM says the battery plants they use are run by LG and have been identified as the source of the problem.
Epic Games, the company in a legal battle with Apple, is pushing back after only getting half of what they wanted in court. In Epic's favor, a federal judge ruled that Apple must allow other ways for consumers to pay besides through the App Store. But the judge rejected Epic's allegations that the App Store is a monopoly.
The Met Gala, New York's annual celebration of fashion, celebrities, and art, returns to in-person tonight at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. The event will look a little different this year. All attendees must be fully vaccinated and masks are required. Red carpet live stream starts at 4:30 p.m. That's today's 9 at 9. Well, when we got to work early this morning, Steph, we saw the clouds, but the rain wasn't quite here yet. Since then, I see puddles in the parking lot.
Yeah, that happened pretty fast, and it will continue to come down, Sarah.
Well, yeah, it'll be scattered in nature. We're throughout the day going to be getting these tropical downpours flung our way from Tropical Storm Nicholas. And here is Nicholas right now just offshore of Brownsville. It's currently got sustained winds of 60 miles per hour with gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. Now, it is expected to skirt the South Texas coastline, making landfall sometime late tonight along the Middle Texas coast. So what can we expect from Nicholas here in San Antonio? Well, honestly, the biggest impacts we'll see locally today are today. Scattered downpours will be around the Alamo City and the metro area today. There are a few of our coastal counties in the KSAT 12 viewing area that are under tropical storm watches or warnings. So we'll talk more in depth about those counties and what they can expect out there. And meanwhile, coastal flooding is very likely from Nicholas, stretching from Corpus Christi area all the way up to Houston and Galveston. In some places, up to 10 inches of rain are expected. So we've got a jam-packed forecast to get to in a bit. First, I want to show you the pollen count for the day today. Molds are moderate, but 'tis the season for fall elm, and fall elm is now moderate in today's pollen count. Ragweed is low. The aquifer is down 1/10 of a foot over the past 24 hours, and we're still under those stage 1 water restrictions. Again, more on Tropical Storm Nicholas, how it'll impact our weather around the Alamo City, and what those along the coast can expect in just a few minutes. Stephanie?
Thank you, Sarah. And we have team coverage as Tropical Storm Nicholas moves into Texas.
Our Justin Horn left the KSAT studios around 8 this morning, heading south towards the storm. He's live right now on the KSAT Storm Tracker. Justin, what are you guys seeing out there?
Hey there, good morning, guys. Right now, nothing. We're going through the great town of Floresville, and it's always quiet. I'll switch around to the road here. You can see everything's dry. We're not run into any rain yet. We expect that we will run into rain in about an hour or so. As Sarah pointed out, there's going to be quite a bit of rainfall on the coast. There are storm surge warnings. We think storm surge is going to be anywhere from about 3 to 5 feet at its highest. Tropical storm warnings. There are hurricane watches in effect, Corpus Christi to Freeport. That's because this could briefly become a Category 1 hurricane, but really the threat is the same. As Sarah said, it is rainfall there along the coast. We expect that it will probably make landfall sometime tonight. We're going to be watching it all. We're headed down 151. We're thinking that we'll probably move to the Port O'Connor area where we can safely watch this storm come ashore. Keep in mind, the people down there along the Texas coast are battle tested, okay? Within the last few years, we've had Harvey, Hannah, Laura, Imelda, Beta, you name it. It has been a very busy last few years as far as tropical weather goes along the Texas coast. So they know what to do. They know how this works. Again, we don't think this storm will have huge impacts. It's going to be more of just, again, some coastal flooding and a little bit of storm surge. But the folks down there certainly can deal with it, and we'll be down there to watch it. There have been some 40-mile-per-hour wind gusts reported around the Corpus area. So this is starting to get ramped up a little bit. We expect to see more as we get into tonight, guys.
Thank you, Justin. And let's go ahead and take a look outside with TransGuide in the area. Looking at I-35 there at Engle Road. Things are moving smoothly right now.
Top stories we're following today. 2 people are dead after a major crash on the city's south side. The crash happened on South Zarzamora Street near Highway 16. Police say a car with 2 women inside was turning off of Highway 16 onto Zarzamora when an SUV ran a red light and slammed into the car. Witnesses say the SUV was speeding when that crash happened. Both women in the smaller car were killed. Now, the driver of the SUV left the scene, but officers were able to catch up to her as she was walking down the highway. Police say she had cuts and bruises, but was taken to a hospital for a mandatory blood draw. Right now, the victims' names have not been released, and this crash is still under investigation. Police are searching for the person responsible for shooting a man on the city's south side. This happened in the 1300 block of Roosevelt at the Everclean Motel. Police say 2 men were fighting when one of them pulled out a gun and shot the other. The victim in his 30s got into a car at the motel and drove to a nearby gas station for help. Police say the victim is expected to survive. As for the suspect, he took off. Police are not sure if that suspect ran away or drove off. And also new this morning, a man charged in the death of a 5-year-old boy has been brought back to San Antonio. It's a story we have been following since it happened last month. 26-year-old Daniel Garcia and the boy's mother are facing felony charges of injury to a child.
According to records, the boy's grandmother claims he died at a Northeast Side hotel back in July. Instead of reporting the boy's death to authorities in San Antonio, the couple drove to Colorado with the body and camped near the Rocky Mountain State Park. That's where the couple buried the boy's body, then drove to Mexico and eventually Costa Rica. Last month, the boy's remains were found at the bottom of a ravine in Colorado. The couple had been in custody in Florida. Again, Garcia is now back in San Antonio to face charges.
9:08, about 75 degrees. Still ahead on GMSA at 9.
Protests happening around the country over a law passed in Texas. Details about what's going on in your morning headlines. Plus,
hey, good morning. I'm Max Massey. We are talking about solar power here in San Antonio and the future of clean energy across the country. Take a look. All solar panels. We're going to explain what that means for you and the future here in San Antonio right after the break.
Welcome back. Just about 9:12. The Biden administration has lofty goals when it comes to the future of clean energy. The administration released a blueprint showing how the nation could move toward producing almost half of its electricity from the sun by the year 2050.
Max Massey joins us live from Cavender Cadillac. And Max, why are you there?
Good morning, guys. Well, we're here because take a look. Huge plots of solar panels. It's covering the cars, and that's actually a really good thing for the vehicles. We're joined here with Jason, co-founder. So, Jason, explain how this all works.
Sure. Simply put, the sunlight hits the solar panels, turns it into electricity. That electricity is then sent to the building, where the building consumes it, and it offsets the energy usage and the amount of energy they buy from the local utility.
And Jason, Big Sun Solar is not a brand new company. It's not just with the Biden administration. You guys have been here for a few years.
That's right.
So why'd you get started?
Great. Back in 2015, 2016, my co-founder Robert and I were really looking for a way to lower the cost of solar so we could bring it to more people in San Antonio. And that's what we're doing. So we're looking for innovative ways to bring solar to not only commercial but also residential customers. We want to see as much solar in the community as possible.
And we talked about the Biden administration's lofty goals.
Right.
You know, when you first heard that, what did you think? And do you think it's achievable?
Well, obviously I got very excited. I'm in the solar industry. It's ambitious, but I think San Antonio is positioned to take advantage of it. If you look at San Antonio and you look at our local utility, CPS Energy, they really have incentivized not only household but businesses to adopt solar. You know, if we were having this conversation 6 years ago, you know, the early adopters were interested in the environmental benefits, which we obviously believe in, but people buying solar today, they're really interested in the financial returns, the financial benefits. Solar is a great product. It's a great investment.
And, you know, you and I talked about how San Antonio is one of the best places in the country for it.
That's right. That's right. I think, you know, number one is because CPS Energy supports solar, customer-owned solar. Not only do they provide an incentive, but they make it easy to interconnect. So San Antonio has, you know, we've been preparing for 10 years for this plan, and I think that we're well on our way to achieving it.
All right, Jason, thank you so much for your time.
Welcome.
If you guys have any questions about this program or what comes next, the future of clean energy in San Antonio across the country, we're going to have so much more on the news at noon, and of course, KSAT.com. Stephanie, Mark, back to you guys.
Thank you, Max.
May need that cover to dodge a shower or two later on. Sarah Spivey is in with more with that. And when it comes down to brass tacks here, Sarah, you guys are saying that we're on the fairly inconsequential side of this storm, are we not?
That's exactly right, Mark. Not only here in San Antonio, but for the broader San Antonio metro area, too, things are going to be generally quiet, other than today when we'll get flung a few tropical downpours. And as you can see right now on the radar, that's exactly what's happening. Let's go ahead and zoom into some areas that have just seen some showers. Near the SeaWorld area, a quick tropical shower pushing west toward Rio Medina and Medina Lake. Again, these are fairly confined, and as we get a little bit more of that daytime heating, we'll see the potential for some heavier rainfall, scattered downpours in the area. We're not concerned about severe weather today in San Antonio. These are going to be very tropical in nature, so big fat raindrops and maybe a few flashes of lightning, but even widespread lightning is not a major concern. There were some quick showers in Seguin and in Guadalupe Bay County. Now that's pushing up toward the Canyon Lake Sattler area. And closer to the coast, that's where you can really see one of these defined outer bands here, moving into DeWitt County near Cuero, moving into Beeville, Goliad, and even up toward Hallettsville. Now, it's these counties right here from Lavaca County down to DeWitt, to Karnes County, B County, Goliad, and near Victoria. Those areas have the potential for some tropical storm force winds, but further inland towards San Antonio, we're going to be fairly dry other than today. Now, there are some healthy downpours with these tropical bands, as is expected, and so along the Texas coast, there is a massive risk for flash flooding. But as I mentioned, here in San Antonio, we're going to really be on the inconsequential side, there we go, from Tropical Storm Nicholas. Here is the center of Nicholas right now, just offshore from Brownsville. Current winds of 60 miles per hour. It is expected to make landfall along the middle Texas coast sometime likely late this evening or early in the night hours between near Matagorda Bay. That's where it's likely going to be making landfall. And then it's essentially just going to become a major rainstorm for parts of southeast Texas and east Texas as it falls apart into a tropical depression by Wednesday. So very quick moving storm. As far as the wind forecast goes, again, the main concern for wind here is near the Port Lavaca area. Tropical storm force winds could come on shore as far as Lavaca County there, southern Lavaca County, with wind speeds of 40 to 55 miles per hour. This could briefly strengthen into a weak Category 1 hurricane, but it's going to still be producing wind speeds of tropical storm force, potentially out toward Houston and Galveston by tomorrow in the afternoon. So because of that, there's a hurricane watch in effect for Port Lavaca, Rockport, down to just near Corpus Christi, as well as out to Galveston. That's for 74-mile-per-hour wind gusts and 3 to 4 foot storm surge along those coastal communities. And as I mentioned, tropical storm watch is in effect for our counties of Gonzales, Lavaca County, Karnes, and DeWitt County, as there could be some 58 to 73 mile per hour wind gusts. But again, most of the wind should be confined along the coast. Flash flood watches, though, flash flooding, rainfall is by far going to be the biggest impact from Nicholas. Some places around the Houston area could see 10 plus inches of rain, 5 to 7 near Corpus Christi. And even for our counties like Lavaca County, you could see 2 to 5 inches of rain. But we're going to really be on the dry side here. Just a few of these tropical downpours flinging our way. 76 degrees outside right now. We do have the clouds, though, and so because of that, our temperatures are going to be on the cooler side today. We're likely only going to be seeing high temperatures in the mid-80s. Again, look at all the rain for coastal Texas, but here we're going to be on the drier side. Just a few of those tropical downpours throughout the day today. 85 for the high, and we'll call it about a 40 to 50% chance during the peak heating hours of the day. After today, our rain chances are going to go down. We're only going to have a few isolated downpours tomorrow. So again, San Antonio, the metro area, we're on the drier side of this system. Today is the best chance for rain.
And the confidence is low that this storm's track would shift west. I mean, it's possible, but it's unlikely, right?
Yes, it's unlikely. That's right.
Okay, cool. All right. Thank you, Sarah, very much for the latest. 9:19, about 76 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9, a lunchtime gathering in California turns into a full-on crime scene. How this terrifying situation ends next in Morning Headlines. And welcome back. It is 9:22 in your morning headlines. A video of a couple of journalists paying the price for reporting against the Taliban, and an update on the restaurant robbers in California.
Kentuckians protesting the Texas abortion law and new fashion on the catwalk for those who have to dress in that personal protective gear, better known as PPE. David Sears is here. Good morning.
Didn't know you could look so good dressed up like that, but you know. Apparently there's a fashion statement for all those folks that have to wear that stuff. Got that for you in just a second. More disturbing video, though. This is some graphic stuff. You're reportedly looking at video of a couple of Afghan journalists who were beaten by the Taliban. The two journalists were covering an anti-Taliban protest when they were taken to the police station in Kabul.
They were hitting me with extreme force, and I really thought that this was the end of my life. My left eye has been hurt so seriously that it is still red, and I am worried that I can't hear anything in my left ear.
According to CNN, many of the residents there in Kabul and around Afghanistan are confused on how they're supposed to be living right now, since the Taliban is still trying to figure out how to govern a country. You are looking at 3 people sitting at a table at a restaurant in L.A. getting robbed. The suspects grab all the bags at the table at gunpoint, take off. This happening in L.A. on Melrose Avenue, and apparently it's becoming a common occurrence in this particular area. Police believe these guys are responsible for 6 robberies and an attempted robbery in September alone. Other store owners have noticed an increase in violence in that area.
It's because they know that people who are a little bit more wealthy will shop here and eat here. So it makes sense, but it's still unfortunate, and it still makes everyone feel unsafe.
Yeah, we mentioned there were actually 3 suspects. They're down to 2. One of the suspects has been arrested, and police are still looking for the other 2. There was a protest in Kentucky over the new Texas abortion law. The protesters were outside a hotel in Louisville. That's because Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett was delivering some remarks inside. It was the 30th anniversary of the opening of the McConnell Center at the University of Louisville. Barrett told the small crowd that justices make their rulings on judicial philosophies and not on political perspectives. And finally this morning, we take it to China. Not exactly the fashion mecca of the world, but hey, they do have a fashion week. And one of the styles they're showing off is styles of personal protective equipment. They presented new styles for doctors and nurses. There's even some new styles for patients. Look good. Look good. Now if they can just come up with that robe that doesn't open up the back so, everything's hanging out. How do they fix that?
Well, we didn't think about that part.
Yeah.
But you have a point.
Yes.
Yeah. So work on that, then call me.
Okay.
Get that figured out.
Fair
We'll let
enough.
you know.
We will let you know. One of us will. Thank you, David. Right now it's 9:25, about 76 degrees.
And still ahead on GMSA at 9. Here's a live look from our KSAT storm chaser. We're checking back in with Justin Horn on the Texas coast as he tracks Tropical Storm Nicholas.
Yeah, he's headed that way. Lots of news stories on KSAT.com right now, including a cat falling from a stadium this weekend. There is a happy ending there. And RJ Marquez takes a look at that coming up a little bit later in the newscast.
Plus, it was a big weekend in college football for David Sears. A recap of this weekend's sports headlines.
Drink coming, Mark.
Yeah, it's a bitter drink to swallow.
Looks good to me.
And welcome back. It is 9:29. Taking a look outside with live cam this morning. We're at 76 degrees. We started a little humid, but we're seeing some showers here and there.
That's right. Even a few peaks of sunshine, too. We're going to be dealing with today the tropical downpours from Tropical Storm Nicholas, kind of on those outer bands there. We're just going to be flung a few downpours throughout the day today. And that, in and of itself, just some scattered downpours today, is all many of us around the metro area will receive from Tropical Storm Nicholas. But it's a completely different story for coastal Texas. Here is Nicholas right now. It's just off the coast of Brownsville. That's where the center is. Obviously, you can see that the impacts from Nicholas extend far out from the center. But near that center, it's got wind speeds of 60 miles per hour with gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. And Nicholas is expected to make landfall somewhere along the middle Texas coast, either late this afternoon or early this evening, right near the Matagorda Bay area. Again, we'll be watching that very carefully. In fact, our own Justin Horn is out in the storm chaser heading in that direction. He's going to be there to see those direct impacts from Tropical Storm Nicholas. Meanwhile, the biggest thing that Texas will get from Nicholas is not the winds, it's the rain. And look at the potential rainfall from Nicholas over the next few days. We could see 10 plus inches of rain in pockets around the Houston-Galveston area, 5 to 7 inches of rain down near Corpus Christi. There could even be some readings of 15 plus inches of rain when all is said and done. And then notice something, how there's a steep drop off from east to west towards San Antonio. In San Antonio, our real only chance for significant rainfall is today, and even then it's going to be scattered with rainfall amounts of less than half an inch in many places. So again, Not a big impact for San Antonio, but a big impact for the Texas coast as far as rainfall goes. In the pollen count, molds are moderate, and fall elm is making an appearance. It's moderate as well. The aquifer is down 1/10 of a foot over the past 24 hours. I'm going to walk you through Tropical Storm Nicholas, where it's headed, and the areas that will see direct impact. Some of that does include some KSAT 12 viewers in counties closer to the coast. So I'll have an update on Nicholas coming up in a bit. Mark and Steph.
All right, Sarah, thank you. Let's go ahead and check back in with Justin Horn, who is on the road headed south.
Now, Justin Horn is headed towards the coast right now. Justin, where are you guys and what is your destination?
Hey there, guys. We're on 181 and we just are going through Karnes City right now. So we're headed to Port O'Connor. We think that's where maybe the impacts will be the greatest with this storm. Sarah kind of indicated there, showing you where the path will be. And we think that the major impacts are going to be right there on the Texas coast and then out towards Houston. Everything is dry here. We've had a couple of light showers. The bigger shield of rain is still down to our south, and you can kind of see in the distance there things are getting a little bit darker. One of the things I mentioned earlier too is that this area is pretty much battle tested at this point. They've dealt with so many tropical storms and hurricanes just over the last few years. They're ready for something like this. I mean, the impact is going to be pretty significant in the sense that there will be quite a bit of rainfall. But as far as the wind goes, storm surge, I think that the Texas coast can probably handle this okay. Nonetheless, we're going to keep an eye on it. I did check in. I haven't not seen any evacuations or school closures or anything like that, and that's not a surprise. Again, with the impacts of this storm expected just to be rainfall. But flooding is going to have to be watched very, very closely, and there could be a storm surge anywhere from 3 to 5 feet. So that can cause a little bit of flooding, especially in low-lying spots. Again, there are some hurricane watches out just in case this thing does become a hurricane, but regardless of if it's a strong tropical storm or a Category 1 hurricane, the effects are all the same. And we'll be down there to watch it. Again, we're going to Port O'Connor. We think that's an area that could get hit most directly by the storm, and we'll be bringing you updates safely throughout the day, guys.
You guys be safe. Thank you very much, Justin Horn, on his way to the coast in the KSAT Storm Chaser.
Thank you, Justin. And this morning on KSAT.com, save the date for a big burger showdown taking place in San Antonio. Plus, a rancher in the Hill Country finds a rare snake on his property.
Quite rare. Biggest catch of the football weekend actually involves a cat. It's an amazing story. RJ is here to talk about that falling feline and other trending stories.
Yeah, really interesting video. We'll get to that one here in just a bit. A lot of wildlife stuff going on this segment. We got a lot of different things to cover. But first of all, there's nothing like a burger showdown to get you going on a Monday. And get this, it's all for a good cause. So mark your calendars because Homegrown Chef is hosting Burger Showdown 2.0 on Saturday, October 9th at Brewster's Backyard Ice House on Pleasanton Road. So the community fundraising event will feature some of the best chefs from San Antonio cooking their gourmet burgers and sliders, and the audience get to vote for a winner. Pretty cool stuff there. So those funds will go towards providing fresh fruit and vegetables to San Antonio families in need through the Big Fresh Market Box program. Some of the restaurants taking part include JD's Chili Parlor, the Moon Daughters, that one out there at Thompson Hotel, Gunslingers, and Sangria on the Berg. So you can find more information on tickets and prices on KSAT.com. Okay, guys. Well, if you notice a bunch of toads hopping around your yard recently, then you're definitely not alone. These Texas amphibians are enjoying a boost in their population thanks to a wet year. Right now on KSAT.com, we have a really interesting article written by one of our digital journalists, Mary Claire Patton, on the large number of hoppers we're seeing this year. A wildlife expert says if you see a lot of frogs and toads on your property, then it's a good bet that you're doing good things in your yard. Of course, they can help with insects and are a good indicator of how our environment is doing. Experts ask that you do not randomly spray chemical pesticides and fertilizers throughout your property because toads have skin that allows them to soak up the moisture and those chemicals. I did not know that. And if you're hoping to keep these hoppy friends around your garden, you can help build a toad habitat for your yard. All that information is on our website, KSAT.com. Look at that little guy right there.
Aww.
You wouldn't want a toad habitat?
Sure.
You guys been seeing a lot of toads?
Yeah.
Earlier in the summer, not so much in the last month or so.
Really, I've seen them even as recent as this month.
Yeah. Always, you just kind of see them on the sidewalks. You're just like, oh.
Yeah, exactly. That's my reaction. Yeah.
Let them do their things. Okay, guys. So now to the the opposite of a toad habitat. Probably something that you do probably not want in your yard. How about a Diamondback rattlesnake? Yes. A homeowner in the Hill Country recently found an albino western Diamondback rattlesnake on his ranch and called Texas wildlife officials. Check this guy out. Wildlife officials say this type of albino snake is extremely rare, and the lack of camouflage makes the snake more vulnerable to predators. The landowner captured and re-released the snake on his property, so good on him. Western Diamondbacks are typically found in canyons, rocky cliffs, and meadows, so they do help control the rodent populations, but they typically grow between 2.5 to 6 feet long. So I don't know if I would be as willing to let this guy go as this homeowner did, but good on him, this rancher.
I'm surprised game wardens or somebody didn't take that one and put it somewhere where it would be safe, considering the fact that it does kind of stand out in the crowd.
Yeah, interesting stuff there. So we'll have to follow up with the wildlife officials there. Okay, guys, and finally, a cat, a college football game, and a death-defying rescue. Yes, this wild story and video this morning out of Miami involved a cat using at least one of its 9 lives. Check this guy out. So this small cat somehow got he snuck into Miami's Hard Rock Stadium Saturday night. You could see him dangling there. This was during the first quarter. He gets stuck on a hook on the upper deck of the stadium, falls, but thankfully is safe. So he was dangling enough to where some of these fans were able to use an American flag as a makeshift net. The cat fell about 30 feet. You saw him kind of bounce off the net, off the flag a little bit there. And eventually he was picked up by some of the students there. Security workers took the falling feline, and by all accounts, the cat is okay. And by the way, Miami won this game. I don't know if people were as concerned about that outcome as they were this cat's safety.
And the crowd goes wild. So what it boiled down to was America broke that cat's fall.
Exactly, yes.
Glad he's okay.
Yeah, and this cat, how is it not the mascot of the team now, right? You gotta find that cat. It's a lucky cat.
I'm sure we will see something on social media.
It could happen.
Check that story out on our website as well.
Thank you very much, RJ.
Thanks, guys.
Right now, 9:38, 76 degrees. You're watching GMSA at 9.
And why do I have to read this about the Longhorns?
Because you went to Texas.
Big loss for the Horns this weekend. And a recap of weekend sports next with RJ and David.
Talk about my loss, too.
Yes, double loss there.
Well, a very happy Monday to you. You know, the Texas coast is bracing for Tropical Storm Nicholas. But honestly, here in San Antonio and the surrounding metro area, especially points off west and toward the Hill Country, Nicholas is going to be fairly inconsequential to our local weather. Of course, a lot of us have interests along the Texas coast, and so those areas are going to have a lot of rain. But the wind should not be totally bad with Nicholas. Again, forecast to be a strong tropical storm or even a weak Category 1 hurricane at the time of landfall. It's the rain with Nicholas that folks along the coast have to worry about. Speaking of rain, we do have a chance for rain today. Scattered downpours will be what we'll be seeing here in San Antonio and the surrounding areas. We've had a shower move from SeaWorld into northern Medina County, just to the west of Medina Lake. And speaking of some showers in Seguin and in Guadalupe County, as well as a healthy tropical downpour across Canyon Lake at the moment. But most of the rain today will be along the coast. You can see in Lavaca County, just to the west of Hallettsville, a good healthy downpour near Cuero, Yorktown, Goliad, and into Karnes County as well. Those are the areas that are also under a tropical storm watch or warning for the potential for some gusty winds as well. But here in San Antonio, again, we're not expecting tropical storm force winds by any nature. Now, there's still some showers out near Beeville and, of course, Corpus Christi getting some good rain at the moment as well. But it'll be too much of a good thing, as I mentioned, for the Texas coast. Now, let's go ahead and talk about Nicholas. We just received an intermediate update about where Nicholas is. It's now just to the northeast of Brownsville and the South Texas coast. Currently, winds is 60 miles per hour, so the winds have not changed with Nicholas, but it is moving quicker. It's moving to the north at about 12 miles per hour. Now, Nicholas is expected to make landfall again as a strong tropical storm or a weak Category 1 hurricane right along the middle coast here of Texas, right near Matagorda Bay and just to the east of Rockport. It'll be moving on shore as a tropical storm, bringing a lot of rain for areas across the southeast Texas coast. That does include the Houston and Galveston area as well. Eventually, Nicholas will become a tropical depression by Tuesday night and head back out into Louisiana by Wednesday. As far as those winds go, again, let's take a look at the wind speed forecast. As I mentioned, tropical storm force winds possible for areas from Rockport to Bay City, with even some strong tropical storm force winds across Port Lavaca, and we'll see some strong tropical storm winds across areas in Houston and Galveston as well. The main area that's going to get the winds is from Corpus Christi all the way just to the west of Galveston. This is where we've got a hurricane watch. It includes Port Lavaca and Rockport. From this evening through Tuesday, there could be a few gusts of up to 74 miles per hour or slightly greater. And along this coast here, 3 to 5 foot storm surge. But as Justin has been saying, these areas are battle tested for this. We do have tropical storm watches in our viewing area. Gonzales County, DeWitt County, Karnes County. Those areas could possibly see a 58 mile per hour wind gust or so. But any of the storm surge would be localized, obviously, to the coast. Again, most of the winds will be well to the southeast of our KSAT 12 viewing area, but we'll keep you updated. The biggest impact across the coast is going to be flash flooding potential from spots. Could get more than 15 inches of rain in spots, but a quick drop off here in San Antonio. We're likely to get less than an inch of rain in spots. Some folks will not see any rain today. 76 and cloudy. These clouds are going to help keep our temperatures down. There are a few peaks of sunshine out there. 76 in San Antonio, 74 in Kerrville, 78 in Uvalde. We'll be looking at, again, scattered downpours throughout the day today, but most of the heavy rain will be along the coast. High temperature of 85, and looking ahead to the forecast, we'll only see isolated rain in our forecast over the next few days while Texas coast deals with that flooding. We'll keep you updated throughout the day.
Thank you, Sarah. Okay. It was a rough weekend for my Longhorns as UT was just run over and mutilated by the Razorbacks.
Wow.
Oh, boy. I didn't add that.
Aggies survived their game at Colorado. And don't look now. I mean, and we're one weekend, but the Texans are in first place in the AFC South. David and RJ are back to break down a weekend in football.
Okay, the most important thing we got to ask is what's in the cup and how does victory taste for you?
Oh, boy.
It's victory for you. It's defeat for me, but a bet is a bet. Texas Tech lost a nail biter in Lubbock. Well, actually won. Won a nail biter in Lubbock to my Lumberjacks wishful thinking. But you were nervous there for a while.
It was a little nervous, yeah. It was a little tight.
But yes, I will drink out of your mug.
Tastes like victory.
It was a close game. Shout out to the Lumberjacks. They played pretty well, actually.
Not bad.
Hey, speaking of playing well, David, the Houston Texans. Where'd this come from?
Yeah. Well, of course, they're playing the Jags. The rookie quarterback has got to figure this thing out. But they got, 3 interceptions?
Yeah, this is one of them right here. Trevor Lawrence rolling out to his left, picked off, and 3 interceptions. Defense played pretty well, and Texans really kind of ran away with this thing. Tyrod Taylor putting together a nice effort for Houston.
Deshaun who?
Exactly.
Actually, he had a pretty good game. And, just because the offense is starting with a new quarterback doesn't mean the Jaguars' defense is any slouch.
There you go.
And they're
point.
pretty good. You see right
There's
there?
a former Tech guy. Exactly.
Yeah, see Texas Tech wide receiver.
Danny Amendola
making that catch for you.
Making plays.
He got like 2 or 3 big ones.
Houston looked pretty good, guys.
They did.
I know Jacksonville looked abysmal.
Yes.
Well,
but let's point out the positive, and Houston looked pretty impressive overall.
Yeah, Tyrod Taylor, a couple of touchdowns. Brandon Cooks made some big plays in the passing game. And again, look, Houston 1-0. The 3 other teams in the division looked awful yesterday, including Jacksonville there. But Indianapolis got crushed by Seattle, and the Titans just looked awful against the Cardinals.
Yeah,
so
they did.
Maybe. So you're telling me there's a chance?
This division could look like the NFC East division and be really bad. So a team with no, I'm serious.
6 wins, 7
a team
wins.
with 8 wins, 9 wins could actually end up winning that division, and that could be the Texans.
Interesting analogy. I see it.
Someone's got to win the division.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, well.
Good win there by the Texans. Okay, moving on here to some of the Saturday night action, and oh boy, this was
Let's move on past that.
rough one here. An old SWC matchup, but now in the SEC, Texas. Rough, rude awakening here playing an SEC team.
Yeah, Mr. Card there, a 14.9 quarterback rating. Now you can get up like above 100 for your quarterback rating. He didn't get 15.
Yeah. He's almost 15.
He was almost 15. It was close. He had a Yeah, rough night. Rough night. And
the
you could hear the
entire
people
team.
in the stands going, SEC. Yeah, it's like, whoa.
Yeah.
See, you knew this was going to happen. You knew it was going to happen to Texas. Every time they go on the road now, they're going to catch it. And they better be ready.
Razorbacks were hungry, guys.
Yeah, they were. They ran all over UT there, take care of business, 40-21, and we will let Stephanie off the hook the rest of the way. UT plays Rice next,
nice
right?
Aggies survived 10-7 in Colorado. They were played this one in Denver. And whoa, man.
Yeah, this play right here, Zach Calzada, he ended up fumbling the ball. This was kind of towards the end of the game. A lot of Aggies fans really worried about this one. They, of course, are ranked in the top 5. But credit to Calzada because he ended up driving them late. Haynes King, of course, got injured early in this game. He was the Aggies starting quarterback.
The Aggies didn't look that great either against Colorado.
Well, there's some silver lining for UT fans.
The Aggies,
didn't have
but the UT
their defense looked really
the
good.
Aggies won, though, so I don't know how much of a silver lining that is. So,
Exactly.
But
And then UTSA.
Steph,
Yes.
How about UTSA? Man, they just beat up Lamar.
They did. They took care of business there. Biggest win in program history. I believe it's the first shutout ever in their program history as well. So this game, of course, being played at the Alamo Dome. We're hoping for a little bit more fans there at the Dome. So maybe these fans here can see this team kind of rolling a little bit and maybe come out a little bit more and support the Roadrunners.
Yeah. I mean, there were some people upset that there wasn't. I think there was 17,000, something like that. You'd like to see it up around 25, to maybe 30,000, but it was Lamar, so it's not exactly a.
I think that was the
major
biggest
competition.
thing. Yeah.
So and they whipped them pretty good.
If you win it, they will come.
They will.
Theoretically.
So.
And again, congratulations to your Texas Tech Red Raiders.
2-0, baby.
Whipping my Lumberjacks.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Enjoy that drink.
Good sport here.
9:50. It's about 76 degrees.
And speaking of David Sears, he's hosting a wellness town hall live stream later today. So details on what it is and how to watch it after the break.
Good morning.
Hey, guys.
Coming up on Live, Gabrielle Union talks about her new book.
Plus, Paralympic gold medal winner Anastasia Pagonis. We'll see you soon right here on Live.
September is National Suicide Prevention Month, and that's why tomorrow on GMSA we are talking about the mental health toll that the pandemic has had on so many young people.
Tropical storm Nicholas will make landfall along the middle Texas coast today as a strong tropical storm. And now it is expected to be near the Houston area by tomorrow morning. Again, the biggest threat from Nicholas will be rain along the Texas coast. But here in San Antonio, our chance for rain is today. And that's it. Scattered downpours in the forecast today for us. Highs will be a little cooler because of the extra cloud cover and the rain in the mid 80s. Tomorrow, only a 20% chance for rain for the remainder of the week as well.
David is here talking about a wellness live stream he is hosting.
Yeah, we're hosting this afternoon at 2 o'clock on our website, KSAT.com, and of course all our other live streaming apps. There's a little bit about it. We're going to have 4 experts on. Everybody wants to get back in shape these days and try to get healthy. Well, that's what we're going to be talking about. Our experts are going to be covering things like physical health, mental health, emotional health, eating health. There's some eating disorders that we're going to be talking about. So that'll happen this afternoon at 2 o'clock. You can submit your questions, and we're going to be talking some unique ways to get healthy. It doesn't always have to be just going to the gym or going out and running. I got to lift weights. I got to run. There's so many different ways that you and your family can enjoy outdoor activities, can enjoy some indoor activities, and at the same time, get healthy mentally, physically, and emotionally. And so you can do it as a family, you can do it as individuals. So we're going to be talking about some of the things. It was a series that we did before the pandemic. It was called New Week, New You. And so we're kind of bringing it back where it's just new you. It's just the new you.
I like it because we've spent so much time in the last year and a half focusing on COVID and paint with a little bit broader brush and start talking about the big picture again.
And people coming back from COVID trying to get back to the other kind of healthy.
Right.
Sure.
Right.
Now that
Sounds
we're
good.
kind of fighting that disease off. So
2 o'clock today.
2 o'clock today.
Thank you, David.
Live stream.
Bye, guys. Have a great day.